Hey guys, Adam here from Sapphire Comic Sanctuary. Hope you all have had a good week. I'm back again with a new comic book day review for this previous week of new comics in the first week of September. Um, Short week this week because seems like the end of the month, first of the month, usually pretty light weeks, usually. Um, anyways, we'll go ahead and jump right into it. Alrighty. Here we go. Right, first up, we have from Boom Studios a new number one. We only find them when they're dead. This is a space fantasy epic. Here we learn about some characters that are farming dead gods for their parts to sell them for some form of currency. And there are certain rules involved. One, farming dead gods. We also learn some history between our main character and his crew. Their motto as a crew is 8 bells, all is well. Pretty cool. That's gonna sit with me for a while yet. This story seemed very interesting for a brand new number one from probably one of the strongest indie studios out there right now. But I really enjoyed reading this. I'm looking forward to what they do with it. I want to learn more about who these gods are. Are they celestial deities? Something? What's all the farming for? Why can't certain parts be farmed? Etc. Etc. Why do they have to do this? But I'm looking forward to it. So this was a very interesting read. Very happy with it. All right. From Marvel, we have Black Widow number one. I was wondering at first, like, why is this in my box? I didn't ask to be subscribed to it. Turns out if you're subscribed to a Black Widow, you're likely going to be put on the list for this one. Reason being is I believe this is actually a follow-up miniseries to Web of the Black Widow. Here we learn about Natasha Romanoff and her relationship with Hawkeye, as well as some of the recent events that have happened, and we learn more about her history. And there's a certain point in here where it's you question her reactions to some things, but not all things. So this was another interesting read, but I'll probably keep reading it. I usually get books about 2 or so issues, so I could read, seeing where they go with this Black Widow and if it's going to have any sort of relationship with the upcoming Black Widow movie later this year. Next up from Marvel, we have Marvel Zombies Resurrection. This sold out pretty quick. So the Type A cover, by the time I got to my comic shop 1 hour after it opened, the Type A cover was gone. So they only had these Grave of X-23 variant covers left in. Marvel Zombies 1 is pretty much going to be the rival to DC's Deceased series. We'll see how they go. So we have Peter Parker with some, you could say, B and C list heroes. And you learn about their undead situation and other zombie situations and how they're trying to find sanctuaries, etc., etc. Very, very much mirrors what they're doing, what Tom Taylor does in his Deceased series. But it was an alright read. Yeah, I'll probably put this on my list and see how the story plays out. You never know, it might be a mini event or something. Alright, next up we have Justice League 52. This is the conclusion to the Black Mercy story. If you recall from Justice League 51, there was the Black Mercy Part 1 series. And what was really unique about this little story arc is what the Black Mercy tells these heroes, like, are things truly better with you being the hero? Are you happy with what you're doing? Making them second guess yourself, and honestly, it made me second guess myself, like, should I really be looking up to superheroes? So this was a very, very good read. It was a runner-up for Pick of the Week, but I didn't really have a runner-up for Pick of the Week because I read everything and nothing really stood out, and I just picked a book that made me smile, but my pick of the week is at the end of the stack. So this was an alright read. Right, so Batman the Adventures continue. Number 4. Again, this is a really strong series, and I've been really happy with it. Azrael returns to Gotham to, bring his form of justice, which includes stabbing people. And, Batman doesn't very much like that. He doesn't take kindly to that. But nonetheless, this was a pretty good read. We learn more what Jason Todd's up to. He's spying on Batman's moves, narrating what he's seeing. Makes it for a very interesting read. If you're reading Batman the Adventures Continue, I highly recommend it because it is a pretty good read. And you can also start finding the Batman Adventures, the original ones, in facsimile formation or dollar counts. So I think most of them are facsimile. All right. Next up, we have DC's Dead Planet. This is number 3. Another excellent read. We learn about this new garden sanctuary in Australia, and how we see how Zatanna and John Constantine work to solve differences. It was a pretty good read, so we learn more about everything that's going on and the fact that there's a cure, and Cyborg is up with Poison Ivy's garden with our new heroes. This was like I said, interesting read. I can't say too much about it, not to spoil it, but Tom Taylor keeps knocking it out of the ballpark with this Deceased series, and I still got to go find the hardcover for Deceased Unkillable. The original Deceased. I've only read maybe 3 of the mini issues, but I'll probably sell those as a bundle. But this was a pretty good read. I am looking forward to what happens and how this could maybe shape the Elseworlds multiverse or something like that in DC Comics. So, Tom Taylor, keep it up. Like I said, it's a very, very light week for me, so my pick of the week is going to go to Batman 98. Got the Type A cover, and I got the variant cover. So with Batman 98, we see that Batman's still tripping balls, trying to get all the new and improved Joker punchline toxin out of his system. He has a really good conversation with Alfred. Harley Quinn and Punchline go for round 2, and it goes as well as you think it could go. And there was some good story in here. A lot of fixing Batman going on in this book. And some comedy too. Like there's one panel in this book where Batman's laying on the ground, and in the previous panel, Alfred's talking about tea, and Batman mumbles while sound asleep, tea. Tea sounds good. And Harley Quinn's like, hell no, you have had too much. And just commenting on how high as hell he is off of the tea. But this was a good read. So this was actually my pick of the week because it was a very good story. It was more of an intermediary story, but Joker War is coming to a conclusion in this month. It concludes. But anyways, guys, like I said, a very short week, not a lot of comics, and next week's also looking pretty short. But if you like this video, you know what to do. Leave a comment, tell me what you liked about this past comic book week. What did you pick up? If you like the content that I have, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, you can hit that dislike button. If you want to be first and know exactly when I go live, hit the notification bell in the upper right hand corner. That will tell you when I post a new video. I try to get these videos out weekly, and I have other videos that I want. I just have to find the motivation and not be too lazy and just do it. But anyways, guys, again, thank you for watching, and you all have a good weekend. Enjoy the 3-day weekend, and stay safe out there. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.